Hey, it's Dustin with the Davidson Group at Keller Williams with episode 13 of Real Talk. So today we're going to be talking about a story that comes up often around this time of year, actually around the 4th of July. So a few weeks ago, just got me thinking about this, and I thought, hey, why not share it with you all? So when I was in 7th grade, I loved fireworks. Absolutely loved them. In fact, my favorite was bottle rockets. I used to carry around a backpack full year-round of bottle rockets and ready to shoot them off at any given moment. With these bottle rockets, we lived in the country, so we weren't subject to any kind of regulations or statutes that didn't allow for fireworks all year round. So I quite literally did shoot fireworks off all the time. And in April of my 7th grade year, I was playing with bottle rockets outside and shooting them off my back deck. Well, my mom had given warning to not be shooting fireworks close to the house, but I, being a 7th grader and one who knows everything, especially advice from my mother, decided that, you know what, I might as well just go ahead and shoot these off. So standing off my back deck, shooting bottle rockets off of my back deck, quite fun, but I had to get some schoolwork done. So after completing a little bit of time outside doing so, I went inside working on some homework, and sitting at the kitchen table, I look over the doors, the French doors there, or the sliding door, I should say. I saw something fall. I thought that was kind of odd, just out of the corner of your eye. So I get up and I go look over, and the whole backside of my house is on fire. Literally engulfed in flames. So we had a vinyl-sided house, and of course, a panic ensues, and I think, oh, as a 7th grader, what can I do to fix this? How can I stop this from happening? What are my parents going to say? So I go outside and get the water hose, and I attempt to put the fire out. It wasn't but a few seconds that I realized that this was not something that I was going to be able to do myself. So instead of calling 911 at this point, I heard sirens, and I called my mom. And I told her, hey, Mom, the house is burning down. Of course, she told me to call 911. I told her it was too late. They were already coming. And got the dogs out, and our house engulfed in flame. Quite a story, right? It's something that carries with me, and because it was done with a bottle rocket, what we have come to conclude is that on shooting these bottle rockets off, one either went back or shot the wrong direction and got into some straw that we had for our dogs under the deck. Then from there went up the siding and in through the attic and through most of the house. So responsible for that. It was definitely something I'll never forget for my entire life. I mean, very vividly, as I'm telling this story, can remember sitting at the table, seeing out of the corner of my eye, looking over, seeing the flames. I mean, the whole thing, it's a very, very vivid memory for me. And if you've ever been inside of a home that's been burnt, there's a unique smell. It's very distinct. That's something that's ingrained in my memory, especially over the weeks after, going through, cleaning things out, figuring out what we can save and what we couldn't. I don't know what it was like for my parents, from a financial standpoint, from an emotional standpoint. But I know for me, it was a long-lasting and ingrained an experience. So much so that to this day, fireworks to me are fun to look at a distance, but I don't shoot them. Now that I've got kids, we do little things like the little poppers and the smoke bombs and, little fountains and things like that. But that's about where I call it quits. It's a unique thing to carry these memories and learn about or have these experiences throughout your life. And something that I talk about with people openly. Obviously, it's around this time of year, brought up in my family and around my circle of, hey, remember when, right? Of course I remember when, and they do too, but it's always fun to poke and have a good time with it now. No one was hurt. We lost some things, and that's a part of life, but that's what they were. They were just things. And so we're thankful for being here, for not having anyone hurt or having any issue there. And I joked with my mom It took several months to get the house back in order. They had to rebuild it. They had to fight mold. They had to do all of those different things. But her birthday being in October, she got a new home in October. And so that was my gift to her as a joke. And obviously it cost them quite a bit through the painstaking processes of working with insurance and contractors and everything else. But it's an experience I wouldn't wish on anybody. Obviously, if you've gone through something like that where you've lost your home, I know many of you know and have a close tie and close relation to the tornado that went through Joplin back in 2011, and I know people that have gone through fires and gone through complete home losses. Flooding with all the rain that we've had is another thing that people experience, losing everything in their home, and so you put yourself in a unique position to be that way, but it's an experience. It's something that teaches you in life and allows you to move forward. People thought, when it happened in 7th grade, that I was shooting them off inside the house. That was a rumor that went on for years and years, but was not the case. It was outside. I can attest to that, but it was still wrong, and I still did not listen to my parents. So if you're watching this and you're a kid living in your parents' household, listen to your parents. If not, it's a story to joke around, to laugh about now, but it was a serious thing at the time, and it's something I carried with me for the rest of my life. I'll always remember that experience and carry it with me. So anyways, episode 13, it's funny one, I think, to laugh about and joke about or get poked on around this time of year, but I thought I'd share it with you all so that you could know. Question for you would be, hey, has anything ever happened to you where obviously at the time it was very traumatic, but looking back on it, it's something you can laugh about and joke about, but you're thankful for the experience, for the growth that happened through that, but definitely not something you would wish upon anybody. Drop it down below. Maybe we can talk about it more in detail, play off of each other if there's any kind of support or anything you'd need from there. Anyway, hope you have a wonderful week. Hope you're doing well, and until I see you next time, have a good day.